Welcome to Rebel Life Boxing, where I talk boxing and anything in between. Make sure to catch new videos daily at 9 a.m., 9:30 a.m., 1 p.m., and 5 p.m. Also catch an early bird video weekdays at 6 a.m. Support the channel, and thanks for watching. So, Luis Ortiz calls out Andy Ruiz after, in my opinion, the lackluster performance of Andy Ruiz Jr. this past Saturday against Chris Arreola. I think he looked bad in that fight. I think, he did enough, I guess, to pull it off. But that's not going to cut it when it comes to the higher competition at the heavyweight division. That's not going to get him any titles. That's not going to work. He did show some kind of improvement with his hands, his speed was it seemed like it didn't matter. It seemed like Andy Ruiz, man, his speed doesn't matter if he's heavier or lighter. He always has the speed. For some weird reason, he looked slower than he did when he was heavier. I don't know, maybe it's just me. But there's people now talking about that fight. They want to see Luis Ortiz fight Andy Ruiz. And I haven't made a prediction or who wins video on that, but I might get all the way into it. I might make a who wins video to it and why. But loosely translated, I think at this point, if it depends on what Andy Ruiz does in that fight. If he decides to trade shots with Luis Ortiz, he could possibly still get knocked out because Luis Ortiz still has his grown man strength. That's the last thing to go in the boxer is just his power. So he still has that power. He's able to hurt Wilder. And then watching how Chris Arreola was able to drop Andy Ruiz, I'm pretty sure Luis Ortiz could probably do it and it'd probably be worse. But if he moves around and boxes him from the outside or he trades with him and then moves, because he's definitely much faster than Luis Ortiz, he'll definitely beat him. I don't see him knocking out Luis Ortiz. But that's the only way I think Andy Ruiz will win that fight is if he decides to be a boxer in that fight. If he decides to be a brawler, he's gonna lose that fight. I guarantee that he'll lose. He's not gonna win the trade. Even though he's faster than Luis Ortiz, it'll be similar to like a George Foreman, like an old school fighter. Kind of like if you saw George Foreman fighting who can I put him in there against, man? I don't even know. I was gonna say Ali, but no, not Ali. Ali's a different animal, man. Can't compare Ali to no damn Andy Ruiz. But put it like this: it will look kind of similar to like let's say it would look like a George Foreman fighting maybe like I'm not comparing them on the speed on the skill level now, so don't get me wrong. It will be like maybe like a Sugar Ray versus a George Foreman type shit. It'll look kind of like that. You'll see Andy, his speed overwhelming Luis Ortiz, but all it takes is one. Luis Ortiz lands one of them hammers, and he can put him out. And I think that's how it would go, man. I'm not saying that Sugar Ray Leonard, that Andy Ruiz is on Sugar Ray Leonard level. I'm just trying to compare the speed because there's not many heavyweights now that has a lot of speed. Back then, there was some with speed. I'm talking about that era. There were, besides Ali or whoever. But my thing is, he gonna have to fight a outside fight to beat Luis Ortiz, man. Because Wilder couldn't even look, man. Wilder was having problems with Luis Ortiz. He still overcame the fight. Still won, knocked him out both fights. And Wilder's a guy that they say doesn't have the best of defense, the best, fundamentals. Andy Ruiz is a better technical fighter than Wilder, but he'll still end up getting hurt by Luis Ortiz, man. I definitely see that. He definitely ain't got the chin like Luis Ortiz, that like Deontay Wilder has. So that's why I said he will have to box from the outside or do some inside at certain points and move back outside. If he stands there in front of Ortiz, he's gonna get knocked out. It's just plain and simple. But I'll probably make a who wins video, or I'll just wait till a prediction. If they do decide to step in the ring, I'll make a prediction video later on. But let me know what you think about Luis Ortiz calling out Andy Ruiz. I think he sees something in Andy Ruiz. I think Andy Ruiz looked like food, you know. So lots of times when you see boxers like come out right off the back and call out other boxers, they probably saw their performance and was like, oh, I can get him up out of here, you know. So we'll see. Drop a comment, like, subscribe, support the channel. This is Rebel Life Boxing. I'll catch y'all later on the next one, man. Peace out.